Alright, so I saw your post online and saw that you wanted to get some critique. This is the first video that I looked at, and you just happened to have it be a 4-0 against you, so I'm gonna review this one. I did sneak a peek at the very last round. Other than that, I've not seen any of this at all, so let's get into it and see how you do. And I did see that you were bronze 1. So typically with this level of MMR, your main problem is going to be communication and coordination with people, no matter what. Banning Cav isn't a horrible idea because she just fucks with people at this MMR, so not a horrible idea there. The Lion ban is kind of worthless because no one knows how to effectively use him. By the way, to effectively use Lion, you drone someone out, you say, hey, can I get a Lion? They Lion, that person's standing still, you pre-fire them, you get a free kill. Easiest op in the game to use. People who say that he requires a lot of coordination don't understand how to play the game. But, not horrible. Maestro and Jackal are banned, yeah. Maestro, no one uses him effectively. It can be annoying for people to get rid of him. So we look at your op selection here. And so you don't have, well, you have year 1 operators. So it looks like you got a pack that allows you to get all the year 1 operators. And then, yeah, these operators I would hold off on getting. Fuse could be good at your MMR simply because people usually, you have a lot of people anchoring on site, so you can use him to effectively kill people on site or to get them to move around into the lines of sight of your enemy or of your friendlies so that they can kill people. That's the main use of Fuse, even at high MMRs, is just get people to move. That's it. But for your next unlocks, I would avoid getting these two first right off the bat. And Nook is looking more promising now in Pro League, but I would still avoid it. Nomad is always a good pick. Zofia, Dokkaebi, Maverick, Gridlock. Gridlock's a little harder to use, but she's always good. Lion's always good. Fink is always good. And then Jackal, he's always banned, but he's definitely a worthwhile pick. And then Ying would be the last one of the ones that you should get. And then these two are just kind of like, I guess, fun picks. I wouldn't waste money renown on them, considering that they're really new, so they're going to be more expensive than any of the other operators I listed. And they're on Clubhouse. This is, well, it has to be Bob's. A good operator to pick would be Hibana. You can play Hibana with breaching charges on this map. She's very good at breaching charges because there's so much destructibility that's useful for her, whether it's hard wall or soft wall or breaking the floor. And we're gonna go with Thermite. Oh, excuse me. I just had the hiccups right now. And she's doing that thing where it loads in. So let's go in, and all we're looking to do with our drone is find the objective and get our drone out. And the first places that we should check, since it's Clubhouse, is the basement. Verify whether or not they're in basement or not, and then go from there. Looks like we're trying to do drone parkour. Alright, so now we got the call that they're basement. So we know that they're in basement. But I know. Hey, now, do we know where it is? Do you really know where it is? You're about to walk up to the building. You have no idea where they are. And you have no idea if someone's spawn peeking you or not. You have no idea what's going on with anything. Also, you're Thermite and you're running ahead of everyone else. You shouldn't do that in the first place. You should always basically let your teammates be the meat eaters and walk forward and take the headshot for you if it happens. But right now you have no idea where they are. And you're just running up to the building. Like, you spent the entire drone phase trying to get your drone in one spot and you barely got it in there with any time left. How much time did you actually have left if I go back? Or did you even get it to where you wanted to?
5 seconds before.
Yeah, we literally got our drone up there at 0-0. We spent 45 seconds getting our drone into one position instead of figuring out where our enemies are. Like, granted, they're probably going to be downstairs, but do we know that? No. And if they are downstairs, we should probably spawn pretty much in the far spawn, would that be shipping yard or construction, way over here where Twitch is. That way we're actually close enough to get to kitchen hatch and then dirt tunnel. But being way over here and our drone is in a worthless place almost. I mean, it's good rotation, but almost in a worthless place and we don't know where anything is. Also, Echo just started firing.
Bomb has been located.
So we know that they have either an Echo or a silenced MP5 or MP5K, so it's a mute or a Docker Rook. And then now we know that they're upstairs.
Decent. Valkyrie upstairs.
Okay, and wait a second. Okay, that's a team kill, that's why. No idea why that is, but we know that Valk is in kitchen. We can't put our thermite chart on this. I don't know why we're trying to do that. Then we get Thatcher, are you done? So we should ask for our Thatcher to come over. See, well, I don't know if you purposely put caps lock on or not, but if you're honestly yelling at him, don't do that. For one, I know that you can talk in voice chat because you kind of touched it there. Your icon came up, but then you just didn't. You decided to type instead. Talk. Remember, like at the beginning of the video, I said you're in bronze. Probably the biggest thing that's holding you back at this point is just communicating. That's typically the biggest problem in this lower MMR, with bronze especially, is just communicating. Simply talking to other people. Having him, you should automatically be asking him for assistance. You should have probably droned up the main stairs to see if anyone was at this wall. If we did know, apparently I didn't catch the call out from your teammate. I don't know if my sound is off or what, but they are upstairs. You could have pulled your drone up here, see if there's anything on this wall, and then you could have told Thatcher before the round started, hey, I need help over at Jacuzzi wall. Because now it's almost half the round is done. We're sitting at this wall. We lost the thermite charge for no reason whatsoever. We put it on there, and it's like you expected Thatcher to just magically throw his EMP for you and make it all the way over here. Like you just thought he was going to be there, but you didn't check. If you're solo queuing, you need to make sure of this. Not everyone's going to follow you. But making sure that that's there. We could also have Buck throw a nade in here, and he could probably get this first one right here if it's not an Electroclaw, but we don't have any information on what this is that's electrifying this, so we have no idea what we can do to counter it. So I mean, we're safe right here. We can just go into this corner right here and we can pull out our drone, figure out what's going on in here while we're waiting for the Thatcher to come over, and then when he comes over we can blow it. Like, use the time that you're sitting here and waiting to do something. And now we're spotted by a Valkyrie cam probably. And don't put your thermite charge here. So right here we have two walls like this. They're spread out like this. This is a horrible 3D painting of this. But we have two walls, and you put yours like right in the middle of it, like this. And that's bad for the big reason of if they're bandit tricking, they now don't have to guess which wall that you're putting it on. They can just put it on any of the two walls and it'll destroy your thermite charge. Learn on putting it in either the far corner or just in dab center of the thing. That way you can actually get off one wall, and if bandit is wrong, then he can't bandit trick you. Putting it directly in the center, while it does make it easier to see through and is a better hole altogether, can screw you over in the long run. Or I should say in the short term is rather what that would be. It's screwing you over in short term. Now we know that they have an Echo. That was a Jaeger to a hard right. So tell our Thatcher that. He's just sitting there waiting for you to get off your drone. Tell him that there's someone hard right, and he could probably kill him.
You have dropped the diffuser.
Then we should tell him that he's in office door. But we didn't say anything. We could also tell him that, hey, there's someone to your right. We didn't say that. And this is probably the guy that pushed up. I thought it was a Jaeger, but it looked like it was a Legion. We could have also said, hey, there's also a Echo drone that was droning us out. And now you have someone who left. So apparently they do come back, because you did have 5 people when I watched the last round. But at this point, you just need to figure out, okay, how are we doing this with less people? You can do it, but it's harder to do it. You're saying Thatcher with me, which is good. And they both got an auto pick. Yay. But you know that they can't go gym bedroom now. So the only other place that they can go is going to be cache CC that's upstairs. Otherwise, you can get the hatch from kitchen easily without having to get Thatcher. If they have a Kaid, that is. Okay, so we know they're not downstairs, so they're upstairs. It wouldn't be a bad idea to make the call to our teammates. Hey, they're upstairs CC cache. And now we're gonna put our drone in the same spot. Notice how last round we never once looked at this drone. At all. So we're gonna put it here again, and then this is gonna be another wasted drone. Like, we're not even, like, this is another thing, like, if you're putting it there and saying, like, you're gonna tell me that, oh, I'm putting it here as a flank drone. Oh my god. I need to pause this at just the right time. You're putting it down so it's facing the wall. Your teammates can't turn your drone for you. The last round you didn't touch it at all, and I'm assuming this round you probably aren't going to either. You're putting up a flank drone that's worthless, if anything. So if you're gonna put up a flank drone, put it up right instead of just leaving it there. Like, getting on for 2 seconds right here, turning it around would be enough. Again, we're running out in front of, there you go. Running out in front of our teammates, waiting and just dying like that. I mean, you have a blitz. Let the blitz do blitz things, which is walking in front of you, because he's got this nice little shield on him. And because you're in lower MMRs, people probably don't know how to kill him, so he could have killed that Echo for free. Don't really have to call that out because it's pretty obvious where you died, because for the blitz. And Echo is just out of there. Black, that's one of those instances where you can actually blame your teammates for you possibly losing, because he just 100% didn't need to do that. And then we look at our cam. Where does this show us? Like, go back again here, because we go on it for a little bit longer.
Sorry.
Yeah, what did you see there? You saw the wall to bar, and you saw the back corner of bar, that, or a stage, I should say, that no one can really rotate through anyway. So, what use is that camera? Upstairs they are. So, put in voice chat. Help in CC cache.
But Archer, I need you here. Oh, never mind.
Okay. I will say, one thing that you could do is you could just go on that drone anyway, because while you don't have visual reference, I will say you do have audio reference. So you could tell your teammates, hey, someone's rotating through bar. I don't know which way they're going, but they're rotating through bar. Or you could use the sound cues. Are they going from your left ear to your right ear to your left ear? Whatever one it is, you can tell them which way they're rotating through. But staying here like this isn't helping us at all. And now they have diffuser. It looks like in garage.
Where the fuck they
Friendly, last operator standing.
And then we're typing. Like, do you see how long that took? He asked the question at... Yeah, go back again.
Where the fuck they
It took 10 seconds,
Friendly,
I believe.
last operator standing.
Set it at 101. And you hit enter there. It took you 10 seconds to say where they are, location. Isn't a huge issue because it's just the location of the objective. But what if you died? And then you're trying to communicate how you died or where they died. Do you think in 10 seconds that a cav is going to be in the exact same position that she killed you from? My guess is no. So this gives you the idea that even when like he was on his drone, like say if we go back here, say that Cav, like you dropped this hatch with Blackbeard and Cav killed you from this doorway. In 10 seconds, how far do you think she can get around this map in 10 seconds? My guess is she could be all the way over by garage window, or she could be as far down as in sight within 10 seconds if she wanted to be. Using text chat to communicate and make callouts is the biggest reason why you're in as low of MMR that you are. Saying that right now. If you don't have a good mic, like it isn't the best quality, so long as it isn't staticky, use it. You don't have to have some super expensive $100 mic to be able to talk and see. And this guy's using Blackbeard at bronze MMR as if people are actually going to go for headshots here.
15 seconds left.
Yeah, see?
All friendlies have been eliminated.
And you're no. I saw you going for that surrender button. Why would you do that? Like legitimately, like this is me being like real for a second. Why would you surrender? What will you learn if you surrender? Like honest to God, like if I'm gonna DM this to you in Reddit, tell me what you would learn, like top to bottom. Like give me 10 things that you would have learned that would have actually helped you in your next game, like solidified what you learned from this game and would help you for the next game if you surrendered now versus waiting out and taking a 4-0 loss. You learn more from losing than you do from winning, and you definitely learn more from losing than you do from surrendering. So I don't see why you would surrender. That is giving up, and that is basically saying, I want to stay at this anymore. I want to be bad. I don't want to get better. I just want to take the loss and move on to the next loss. Like that's essentially what you're saying. Never surrender. The only time you should ever surrender is if there's someone that's actually cheating on the other team and you just don't want to deal with it. That's the only acceptable excuse that I would see for wanting to surrender in a game. And now we're going to spawn somewhere else. They will be downstairs. Please learn map layout. Okay, but what part of the map layout that did not understand with the last one? No one communicated that they were upstairs CCTV. I'm going to say you didn't communicate because when I'm playing, I don't even look at text chat half the time. Enemy team could be roasting me for 90% of the game and I wouldn't notice it because I don't look down there. because it's worthless. Like, what do you get from that? Any information that you would give to me would be worthless because it takes you 10 seconds to get that information to me, versus someone who says it in text or in voice chat gets it to me literally instantaneously. The only delay is their ping to the server, or their connection to the server and then my connection to the server. That's the only delay. The delay that you display is huge and makes any information that you could possibly give near worthless if you use text chat. The only time that it's actually worthwhile to use text chat is if someone's like muted you or something like that and you need to talk to them. Like, you need to give them like a basic idea. Like, if you're in a stack and you're saying, okay, we're gonna take say it's on here and you're going for CC, and they're in CC cache, and you say, okay, we're gonna take CC wall and then we're gonna push in through there. Or if you want to take through cache and go through construction, then communicating that to your teammate that muted you guys for whatever fucking reason, communicating it at the very least with them and saying, hey, this is what we're going to do. And saying, learn that, like, I don't know if you're trying to say, hey, learn where they're possibly going to go next. I mean, they haven't gone really where they probably should be going. Going gym bedroom first is like, I don't want to say it's suicide, but it's one of the it's the weakest of the 3 viable sites, in my opinion. The strongest being CC, and then the second strongest being downstairs, and then bedroom. It depends for each player and team whether CC or downstairs is more viable, but you get the idea that, hey, they're probably going to go downstairs. They probably know that. So just say they will go downstairs. What? Like, we don't need this. This could be potentially tilting our team and making them not want to communicate with us and not want to play with us, and then that puts us at a bigger disadvantage. Like, why would you intentionally try to make your team mad at you? I don't understand that. And see, okay, there we go.
We need to locate a bomb.
Hey, little mama, can you whisper in my ear?
Basement.
So we got to call it the basement. We know that was a Jaeger. And we're going for the same flank drone again.
10 seconds.
We're gonna turn it around this time. Oh, we're gonna put it in. Oh, we got it here fast enough to where we can put it in an actually useful spot.
Bomb must be
And we
located.
shoved it into the wall. Please tell me you're turning it around. What? Why didn't you do this the last round? What was stopping you last round? Last round, you got it over in this position here, and you had it facing this direction, and then you just left it. Now this round, you're like, oh, I have it facing the wall, so I'm going to take it and turn it around because I know I'm safe in spawn, because unless they run out, I'm safe, you know? And you do it now, but why didn't you do it the last round? And now you're just sitting on it. We're looking for garage peaks. There's going to be the garage camera that's spotting us because no one spawned over in warehouse. Good job. And we should just go over to kitchen to get the hatch there. Like, out of all of the hatches on this site that you could possibly get, kitchen hatch is the most important one. So we should ideally get that one first. Even if they have a Kaid, we should get it. And if they do have a Kaid, we can have Buck throw a nade down below and just kill him while he's trying to Kaid trick. Or impact trick if they're doing that. But taking a wild guess and saying that they're not impact tricking. And then we're going to go in here. So that was upstairs in CC. If there's Echo, I wouldn't jump in there because he can see you and kill you before you can retaliate, and you did it anyway. Keep in mind, the angle that he was holding, when you vault into this window, he actually has a line of sight on you from down here. Like, he can see just the tip top of your head, and he can just one-tap you, and you can't do anything about it. Because in the vault animation, you aren't able to actually fire, so he can get a free kill on you. If someone's in that position, I wouldn't walk in there ever. And now we know he's to our right, up the stairs, and he can kill us right now, but we're not even looking at him. We're leaning the wrong way. It seems like we're really lost as to where we're actually going. Like, you're in the building, which is good, but you got a minute left, and everyone, if we go back here, we have Twitch in what looks to be main stairs. Blitz is right next to you in lounge. You're in blue storage. Sledge is upstairs in like CC garage area. And then I have no idea where, or is that Buck that's up there? I think Buck and Sledge are up there together. Like, you guys are like, these three, like you guys right here, are simultaneously together and not together at the same time. You're all together, but you're not communicating, you're not coordinating whatsoever. You're just kind of expecting it to happen. You're expecting one person to kill the Valk over the other one, or the Warden, whichever one it is. And you're just going to ignore it. And you're just going to go and try and kill the Echo. Alright, so Buck was actually peeking blue ladder.
The diffuser is no longer in your possession.
And now Blitz is dead because we didn't help him. And then you're surrendering again. Like, why? What did you learn? I'm anxious to hear, what did you learn this entire map? Because I think I've been recording now for like 20 or 30 minutes, and I've told you a lot, and I almost guarantee you that you didn't think of some of the stuff that I've told you and that I've suggested to you. You just haven't. Or you refuse to, like talking in text chat, or in voice chat I should say, because I know you can. You have a push to talk button, I saw it go on. You just didn't use it. I thought that was in the chat for a second. But he never even fired. Good that the surrender was denied.
15 seconds.
We could also get on our drone, see if anything's going on, see if there's someone up that's going to rotate around, see if you can still see anything from blue if your drone is still in here. Giving information to our teammates that they may not actually have is always good.
1 op 4 remaining. Down to 1 friendly. 5 seconds remaining. Bomb has been located. We have been eliminated.
And that's more like, this is more like active thinking, I would say. But given how you were playing, or how everyone else was playing, we could already see that Twitch, I was going to say this too. Where was it? Right here. We listen. So it masked the sound of it, but Twitch got into a firefight on main stairs, bottom of main stairs, which could have either been from that Jaeger sitting there, or from someone else. So what we could do in this situation is, we know where Jaeger is. Whether or not he kills him, who cares? But we know that Twitch could possibly be in a firefight with someone we don't know their position on. So if we swap to Twitch's perspective, we can see how did she die, or where is this person that she's fighting, and then we can communicate that in voice chat and tell them, okay, so Jaeger's in armory, and then Doc is in church, or Moto, whatever one that he's in. That way, you don't end up like what this guy does. Whoops, not that. There we go. We'll go forward here. And he's looking at the back of armory trying to find this guy because he doesn't know where he is. And we could have found out where he was because Twitch died to him. And look at that, he was actually all the way back in Moto. He was killing the Twitch on main stairs. Like that's more, I don't want to say nitpicky, but that's more like active thinking about what you're doing in the moment and paying full attention to what's happening. That's harder to do, and I wouldn't expect you to do it, but it's a suggestion. Like, you could do this. You can, like, that's actively thinking about what's going on in the game. We know Jaeger's position. We don't know who even is the last person. We haven't even heard their gunshots yet. So we could watch Twitch's perspective because she's obviously been in a firefight with someone, and then see where they are. And now we're on defense. And for Clubhouse, it is a defensive-sided map, so we should come back 3-0. There's no excuse not to, or tied up 3-3, I should say. And this would be the same scoreline if it was 2-1 in their favor. They won more defending rounds than you did. I don't know if that Pulse is saying that this has been a 1v5 the entire time, but he definitely hasn't done nearly as much to be able to say that.
Protect the bombs.
And now we're upstairs in bedroom. We're just gonna ping the wall instead of get it. I would say chase after it, but it's going into there, so they're probably gonna get it. What's the point of that barbed wire? Is it if they break in? I'm assuming it's if they break that wall, but if you reinforce the wall, then you don't have to put barbed wire there. If we go back here, actually. So you reinforce this wall right here. So what if you put your reinforcements on the wall that leads outside? Then you don't have to put barbed wire here. You can put barbed wire here, and then that's the same effect as if you were to put it over here, or even you could put it in the doorway that you're in right now. Leave it at that, and then you don't have to worry about it. And if they break this wall that's right here, you get the sound cue of it. You know that they broke it, so you don't have to deal with it. You know where they are, so you don't need barbed wire to tell you that. But yeah, that's kind of just random barbed wire. No idea why you put it there.
10 seconds left. 5 seconds. Let them come. Op 4 has located a bomb. Be ready for hostile action.
Setting up. Reloading.
This one, yeah, I remember this ADS. Don't put it right here in this corner because they can just shoot it from the drone hole and then it becomes worthless. Put it up on the wall, either there or right here. If you put it here, they can possibly get the angle on the window from Jim, but it's a lot harder to get it. But if you put it like right next to the wall, then they cannot, definitely. But don't put it on the floor. It just makes it so they have to shoot it and they don't have to do anything about it. Or you can't do anything about it, rather.
BDS line of fire.
And someone blew the hatch. Looks like it was captain. So now, what are we doing? Like, what's the plan? Because right now I see everyone off site but Capcan. And the only one that should ideally be off site is you and Pulse. So this is when you have to make those decisions of, okay, everyone else is off site but one person. Yes, I kind of want to be off site, but if I'm off site, then there's only one person there. Once they take site, they have site. So this is where you have to man up and just stay in sight and be an anchor. Like, Jaeger isn't always a roamer. You can't define roamers as just the operators themselves. The operators do what the operators need to do in the best situations given to them. In this situation, you should be in sight. And we're kind of just sitting here waiting for someone to possibly run in from strip or something. I don't know.
Be advised, Op 4 has located a bomb.
Are we just gonna sit in the toilet and wait? I don't know what we're aiming at either. We're aiming at crotch level for everything. Like just below the crotch even. Alright, so there's 2 roamers dead. So at this point we should probably start heading back to site. But it looks like you're kind of doing that. And nope. And we're aiming at the floor a lot, like we're aiming at someone's toes and ankles
Op 4
there.
is defusing a bomb. You
Yeah,
need to disable their diffuser.
Like we should have been back to site with that Legion, or running this way already to get back to site. Because they just have site.
Friendly, last operator standing.
Someone's saying to report someone. Now we're going in, we're crouched over, we're looking at dead body, and then we aren't reacting to anything. You need to, in that situation, you need to be more than just looking at the dead body that's sitting in front of you. If anything, if this was a live body, you would have been dead anyway because you just didn't fire. Even if you think that's a live person, fire your gun. If anything, you kill someone. If not, you just give away your position, which they probably already knew where you were coming from. And there's 3 of them and 1 of you. The second you kill one, they're gonna know where you are. And that's what differentiates good people from poor people is, well, poor people, is whether or not you can actually clutch out something like this, because you don't have any information because your teammates aren't going to give it to you. You had no information ops. Your Legion probably doesn't have any more traps that he put out that are useful, and they have all the information on you that they need. Once you kill someone, that's the information that they need to kill you. You have to be able to move around and keep yourself a dynamic target so that they can't corner you and kill you, or just hold down an angle and wait for you to come in. So you should be up and moving around more. Crouch walking like this is kind of worthless, because the second that they see you, you don't have the reaction time to kill them.
All friendlies were eliminated.
Yeah, how do we? Yeah, how do we? Shut up, man. Shut up.
And I think you got 1 kill that entire game, and you died 4 times. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I'm going to say it again here. Your biggest issue, without even, when I said it, I didn't even watch any of the clip except for this last round here, part of it, and it held true the entire time, is that you just don't talk in chat, in voice chat. If we go back to where you wasted your thermite charge.
Valkyrie upstairs.
Phone.
Valkyrie is first floor.
Alright. There you go, you're saying something right there. You're saying something again. I don't know, yeah, OBS must not be picking up what you're saying because I can't hear you. But then you just start typing in chat, I need you, Thatcher. Like, say it. Like, audibly say it. I don't know why you wouldn't. Like, there's really no reason that you wouldn't. So again, like, as we saw again too with you giving Blackbeard a call out, it took you 10 seconds to give someone an accurate call out, and in the moment of a firefight or something, you may be shaking because you're clutching or something like that, and instead of shaking and trying to type on your keyboard as to what you're trying to say, shaking and holding down a button is a lot easier. So you should be using your voice chat. Using your voice chat alone will probably elevate you to silver instantaneously, and you'll steadily be in silver. And then the other thing that really annoyed me is that you are surrender happy. Like, you're trigger happy to press that surrender key if it looks like you guys are losing, which you easily could have won this game. Easily. just by communicating and droning out and talking to your teammates, but you just didn't do any of that. I'm just astounded at how little of time we spent droning out an objective. Like right here, droning it out before you throw your thermite charge on you. Yeah, you're going to have the batteries there or Kaid Electric Claw there, but what else is there? You know, find out what's there before you open up the wall. Then if someone, you can have someone that's just a mad lad and run out and kill you because you didn't expect it. Always drone. Think of it as free wall hacks. You know, like the drone goes in and that replaces your head going in. But yeah, that's pretty much all that I have to say, I think. Again, easiest thing you can do is just talk. And then also try and test OBS a little bit more, see if it can pick up your mic, because right now it's just it's either not picking up your mic or you just weren't talking when you're saying stuff right here. But either way, you just need to talk.